Yo, what up guys? Mike, X-Bacon Gaming here, brought to bring you this litany of the undaunted poor man's build. I was lucky enough to grind up a few good pieces, but basically, as soon as I got these two rings, I geared them up how you would in the end, just so I can get used to the keys, get used to all the timing of everything. Right now, I definitely don't have the best stuff, but grind out a few ancient pieces, and he still definitely dominates through T10. Um, but getting any higher, it's a little rough. So I'm trying to get a few more pieces, get them going. And I'm about to show you what I got to get this poor man's build going. So of course, as you look here, we got the first ring, second ring, Wailing Host, and the Lanity of the Undaunted ring. Well, with this guy, I found just a little bit ago, ancient one finally, had thorns on it. You always want thorns damage. With all your stuff, your secondary needs to have thorns. Duh. And then I had crit hit chance, crit hit damage, which you don't need at all in this build, so I decided to go with Vitality. Still trying to test out if I want Vitality or cooldown reduction. My cooldown reduction overall right now is only 47%. Need to get up to 60%, so I can have those perma-steeds and have those bombardments on cooldown when I need them for my Convention of Elements, which I have yet to find a damn Convention of Elements. But this build, even as it is right now, is it's pretty good for farming and gearing up, trying to find that end game gear. That's what I'm doing. So basically, until you find the exact pieces that you need, you're going to mix and match your ancient pieces that you got. If you have ancient green pieces, you can use them, but make sure you only use one, because as soon as you put on two pieces of the same set and it gives you any bonus other than the two rings, you're going to see that go away and you're not going to get any bonuses for the ancient, because this says this is your only set bonus. Every ancient item you've equipped will give you that extra 100% damage and reduce your damage by 4%. So definitely want to have just these two for your set, and then any ancient piece you can get your hands on to get those extra damage and damage reduction. So that's why you'll see some of these pieces not fitting. These gloves, I'm just basically trying to go for stats and ancient pieces right now until I find the Saint Archer's Gauge. Need those bad boys in an ancient, because it gives you that extra absorb shield, more defense, and those are best in slot. Shoulders, Pauldron King Ancients would be really good, because it gives you that extra chance at another life. So a lot of people have been trying to do those, or I see tons of these. Burden of the Invoker Shoulders, because this is the only piece out of the set you'll use, and it comes with high thorns damage. So those are also nice. If you guys don't know, instead of just going to the internet and looking up a build real fast, if you just hit Shift L, you're going to go to the top of the leaderboards. So I can just go right to this guy, because I'm assuming he has the end game gear, the best. Look at this, 93 tier. That's what I want. That's what everybody wants. So you're just going to right click, view hero details, and you can look and just check out everything he has and try to gear up your guy that way too. That's basically what everybody has, is what this guy has, as far as I can tell, and what I'm going to go over right now. So that's just an easy, quick way to look and get out, double check your stuff. You can look at what he has for stats. Basic rule of thumb of what I can go over so far and look at is you want the cooldown reductions. Well, you want thorns on everything, of course, for your secondary. You can't get that. You want your strength and your vitality, because of the armor right here that gives you almost 300% of thorns of your vitality, so that'll come into high thorn damage as well. You want your area damage, cooldown reduction, basically. So strength, vitality, cooldown reduction, area damage, and thorns on all your gear pieces. If you get a couple of the gear pieces here, like the Ludus and the Hellfire Amulet, you want physical skill damage on those as well. But that'll boost your bombardment damage I did roll a pretty nice Hellfire amulet, so I got pretty lucky on that. I didn't have thorns on it, and instead of thorns damage, I decided to go with the physical skill damage 20%. Seems like that's a pretty good boost in damage, but I got strength and vitality on it. Not too shabby. Also comes with my Lord Commander passive. That's always nice, because we'll go over those in a second. So that's one extra one I get because of the Hellfire amulet. Strong arm bracers, I don't have any ancient ones of those yet, but those are best in slot, because if you're using condemned vacuum, it makes the knockback and gives you that extra damage. If you're trying to just do speed runs and you're with a good group right now, T10 and they're hauling ass, throw on your Nemesis bracers so you can hit those pylons for them and get the champion packs going faster. If you get ancient ones of these, those would be good in slot too for speed runs. Right now, you know, any old shield will work with ancients until you get to your Lidless Wall, which will gives you the extra physical skill damage. I still have yet to get a damn ancient belt as well, but this belt is, even though you don't have an ancient, is, you know, it's good to have in there because it gives you that extra bombardment. Pants right now I have these because they're the only ancient ones I got, but I'm definitely I'm working on getting those hexing pants of Mr. Yan, because you're always going to be moving, so that'll give you that extra damage. So let's see, I'll show those just to shift the details. These guys right there. So those are pretty nice. Boots, I need some illusionary boots. Those would be nice to keep you moving unhindered. Get those in the bounties right, you know, or some ice climbers. I wouldn't mind some of those, ancient ones of those, so I don't get frozen. That would come in handy. Definitely need a Lorix crown. I can't find an ancient one of these yet either, but you know, it's doing alright still. Roll something, cooldown diamond. There you go for that. And then we went over the armor already. Best in slot if you have this guy, and or the Aquilus, you know, whatever one you have that rolls better. That's ancient anyway. Throw it on your body, throw the other one in here. You're always going to be above resource, so if you could just find an ancient one of these and have one of these in your cube, it's probably going to be better. That way you get the full 300% thorn damage to your vitality. Right now I have the Mortal Drama in here. That gives you the double number of bombardments, so you can do some more damage on the bombardment bad boy. I want some high damage on those. Alright, and in your hand, you want the one-handed swift mount. I do have an ancient Mortal Drama, and I tried it out, but I think sacrificing one ancient item for just the one-handed, so I get the better skill slide. I don't have to use Heavenly Strength. I can switch to Fever, which gives me the cooldown and the speed, which is a little bit better in my opinion. So that's why I'm going with this right now. I'm trying to find an ancient one of those. Definitely put in your Thorns damage gem. Need that. And that basically covers all my gear, what I have right now for the poor man. But you know, that's what I'm striving for. Like I said, just hit that Shift L, look for what they got, and that's what you need to go for. And so you can do T10 speeds with this easy, no problem. Especially if you have a good group, you might be able to go 11, 12. I was struggling in 13 for sure, unless I had a really good group and I was just mooching off of them. But you know, if you actually want to just do a couple minute runs, T10, you know, you find some decent gear in there too. And you can do greater rift 50s, pretty like 45s speed runs to get your gems up to 25. You definitely need the Borowski's chip. I got that one up to 47. Right now I'm running Bane of Powerful because I've been doing speed runs, but eventually definitely need the Stricken right here. And so I'll be working on ranking that up for pushing higher greater rifts. But for speed runs I got Bane of Powerful, and then of course the Bane of the Trapped, which I'm going to level up here soon because now I can go do those speed 45s, and that'll get you up to 25 easy, your gem, and get that extra bonus. Alright, so after you got your poor man set up, the skills stay the same. So this is why I'm doing it right now this early, because I want to get these down. For when I do finally find decent gear and I can start pushing higher greater rifts, I got my keys down and, you know, learning that. So there is a little bit of strategy to, you know, getting the most out of this build, pushing those higher greater rifts and trying to strive for those 90s. You know, I'll be happy with 70, but, you know, trying to work my way up. So we had Fever, you know, because you got the one hand, cooldowns, speed, beast, finery, because that's just pretty much in every build, gives you the high strength. If you don't have a Hellfire, you can switch this one out maybe for Lord Commander. I have my Hellfire or Lord Commander, so I'm good there. I mean, if you get any Hellfire with any of these, you're going to be set. If you want to keep this in for damage and you're having a hard time and you're not worried about dying, then you can, you know, swap this one out. But basically, I have Indestructible for that extra life, and Iron Maiden, of course, one you keep for sure. So those two for sure. These two you can slip around if you only have 4 slots, because you need the Lord Commander for sure. Erich, Champ, and Prophet, of course, that gives you another extra life. So there's basically, I got 2 lives there, and my Pauldrons, potentially 3 lives. You know, so he's got good survivability. I might swap this out for something eventually here. I know doing speed runs, I can throw on a law, so I might put that on, change that around a little bit. But for right now, we're just going over the basic build for pushing the greater rifts. Bombardment, barrel spikes, get that thorn damage, iron skin, reflective skin, because when you pop that, it gives you an extra 300% thorns, so everything's thorns, thorns, thorns. Your horsey here, speed charge, spiked barding, 500% thorns. Condemned vacuum, so this is you know, little switch from shield glare. I do like this a little bit better, especially if you have high area damage. But you know, it sucks them to you, lets them hit you, and then they die. And then your braces come in handy with that, gives you that extra damage to strong arm braces, so it knocks them back. And then concentration bed of nails for another area of A, gives you life, and B, it gives you another 100% of thorn damage per second. So all these synergize together. Like I said, you need a convention of elements to synergize them even better. Right now I'm throwing in this just for some cooldown, because I don't have a convention yet, but when I do, I'll be putting it in there and trying to work on my timing of all this. And I'm going to explain that here in a second. Alright, so I'm just going to run through a quick 45 here. You know, it's, like I said, it's poor man's. It's, you know, good enough to get your gems up, find some shit, get your guy going. I'm just going to show you this is equivalent to T10, so let's do this. So basically you're going to be steeding around, pretty easy going with the steed. When you find this, you're going to pop your vacuum, drop your bed of nails. I don't even have time to show you guys that so fast. I should have done a little bit hotter one. Thorns damage, you're going to pop down on the ground. Most of this time you'd be trying to time it to your convention of the elements ring. You're going to time it on the ground when your physical goes down, and everything's just going to get destroyed. This is, you know, T10 right now, and I don't have the best setup at all. It's pretty easy. So you probably do a little bit higher, no problem. What's nice about the Crusader in this build is you just go, find all the champions and get the speed down. I needed to get a dang ring. Let me protection. It's hard to talk and play at the same time. But I'm trying it out this format. We'll see. I might go back to just straight commentary and over my gameplay instead of this live action. Let me know what you guys think. So I'm just trying to basically show you, tell you at the same time to play. I get my bet 15. Actually, this is this game right here. But yeah, this is all the area. You just want to throw all your ground effects down and throw your bombardment on top of their heads and save them out. Just charge around your horse to your next pack, killing things along the way. Pretty simple. Belt's gonna be dropping shit on the heads. I got a 6-second belt. I think the rumor is when it hurts, you want an 8-second ancient belt because that times the convention elements perfectly. So I guess even having the low 6 seconds isn't that big of a deal. Go with the 8 seconds. But I will let you know further when I find one and test that out. Yeah, this is taking very long at all. Mowing them down, man. More speed, more speed. But yeah, like this, I would probably, if I'm doing these over and over again, I'd be throwing on my Nemesis braces. Go pop the champion packs every time you hit a pylon. Go faster. So die. But this build is the simple, man. Simple. Can't wait to gear him up and I'm just mowing everything down, speed runs. Don't even really have to do anything. A horse pretty much takes them out. The thorns, they're just gonna touch you and die. And then if you're helping a friend out, you're trying to level them up real quick, you're gonna be all-star helping them out. You're gonna rank them up real quick. Oh, where you at, son? Pop my big dude, drop all my things, drop some things on his head, and that's how she goes, son. That's simple, guys. Even for a poor man's build. Alright, guys, well, that pretty much wraps this up. Like I said, poor man's, all I'm doing is grinding out my ancient gear, and hopefully I can get up them top riffs, bring you another video when I'm done of my ancient decked out guy doing Greater Rift 70 plus easy mode. So I'm hoping to get to that soon. Didn't really go over the Paragons if you guys care. They're pretty simple on this build. You want area damage, life per hit, gold find. Don't use any cost reduction, so you don't need that, so you can hit that last. Resist all life, armor, life regen, offense, cooldown reduction. The other ones don't matter because you don't use them, so I'm going attack speed, then crit, your chance. Movement speed, then everything to strength. I thought about maybe once I get really high, putting some into vitality because that's going to help your thorns, so I'll be testing that out too. But basic stuff right there. Alright, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe if you want some more. I'm going to be live streaming hopefully soon some more, so come check that out on the grind. Peace out.